When it comes to crazy over-the-top brawls, look no further than Dragon Ball Z. The series is built around them with new world-shaking battles breaking out on an almost too regular basis. Of course, that makes this list a challenge to create, but we did it anyway. Here are our top fight scenes in all of Dragon Ball Z. Number 13. The first entry on our list is also one of the most recent. In Resurrection F, we are treated to a great fight sequence between Frieza's army and the Defenders of Earth. Warriors like Krillin and Tien are often left out of the spotlight, but here we get to see them blasting away Frieza's henchmen with one special ki blast after another. Even Master Roshi joins in on the fun, which is a rare sight indeed. Number 12. One of the newest fights on our list, this fight showcases the new god form that Goku was able to achieve with the help of the other Saiyans. This battle serves to spark a new challenge for our heroes, culminating in an intense clash between Goku and Beerus. Number 11. It's rare to see the non-Saiyans holding their own in a fight, but there are a few great moments that stand out, and this one in particular has stood the test of time. After having an arm cut off and seeing his friend Chaozu get killed, Tien flies into a rage and launches his signature attack at Nappa. It's a powerful moment, even if Tien ultimately loses. Number 10. Sometimes a fight doesn't need to be meaningful, it simply needs to be awesome. That's where this pick comes in. Here, Future Trunks utterly annihilates Mecha Frieza in just a few brief attacks. It was a crazy thing to see given how strong we knew Frieza to be, as we were all surely expecting a much larger battle. Instead, Trunks kills him in just a few seconds, and not content with that, also takes out King Cold in one fell swoop. Number 9. Goku is often the center of attention in Dragon Ball Z, so sometimes we forget that Vegeta is not to be trifled with. Case in point, his battle with Android 19. Initially, the androids are seemingly unstoppable, but all that changes when Vegeta finally appears and surprises everyone by going Super Saiyan for the first time. He then promptly begins demolishing Android 19, who simply can't compete with his new powers. But it's not just Vegeta's physical prowess that makes this fight memorable. He toys with Android 19, trying to scare and demoralize it, with a cold, sadistic nature that reminds us just why Vegeta is such a compelling villain.
What's the matter? You're the one who started this game, and now you don't want to play anymore?
Number 8. This is it, the one that started it all. The very first battle between Goku and Vegeta winds its way through several phases with kicks and beam attacks in abundance. And just when victory seems to be in Vegeta's reach, Krillin, Gohan, and Yajirobe step in. In hindsight, this is one of the single most important moments in the series. The rivalry between Goku and Vegeta has ensured that the two constantly train to be the very best, and without that, neither would have been strong enough to face the challenges the future had in store for them. Number 7. Broly is no stranger in the Dragon Ball Z pantheon, but his first appearance is truly something special. He doesn't care about conquering worlds or becoming the strongest, he simply wants to put an end to Kakarot. He's ruthless in his attacks and is such a large, intimidating enemy that everyone else seems tiny by comparison. The battle culminates with Goku firing a last-ditch Kamehameha into Broly at near point-blank range. When the smoke clears, we see Broly standing there, unfazed and laughing, showcasing the sheer might of Broly and what makes him such an intimidating force. Number 6. Spoiler alert, Broly really hates Kakarot, so it's no surprise when he shows up on Earth and sees Goten, he starts tearing the place up. The entire film is a great series of fights, but what truly caps it off is the gigantic ki battle that takes place at the end. Nearing defeat, Gohan and Goten receive a little assistance from Goku to deliver a triple Kamehameha. It's one of the most satisfying endings in a Dragon Brawl, get it? As the family of Saiyans blast Broly into the sun. Number 5. Seeing Frieza back in action and stronger than ever was a great sight to behold in the latest movie, Resurrection F, and thanks to new animation techniques, the fight looked better than almost all others that have come before it. An interesting twist helps elevate this fight, as Goku simply doesn't win outright. Using brains rather than brawn, Goku stalls the fight for as long as he can until Frieza begins running out of energy and can no longer maintain his new form. Number 4. Of course, when we talk about Frieza, we can't leave out the fight that started it all. A battle that plays out across multiple episodes, climaxing with Goku finally achieving Super Saiyan form and going toe-to-toe with Frieza as Namek crumbles around them. Goku ultimately wins out when Frieza's overconfidence causes the villain to hit himself with his own attack.
My own attack?
Number 3. Buu is one of the most ruthless villains in all of Dragon Ball Z, and his final form of Kid Buu is nothing short of pure destructive evil. In what's likely Vegeta and Goku's most grueling fight, the two are forced to face Kid Buu with their powers near their end. Buu deflects Goku's attacks, but thankfully, with the help of his friends, Goku's powers recharge and he's able to make a comeback. It marks the end of the Buu saga and one of the longest sequences of fights in all of Dragon Ball Z. Number 2. Vegeta is always one step behind Goku, but during the Buu saga, he gets a chance to shine. With Goku missing in action, Majin Vegeta steps up to take Buu down. They duke it out for a bit, but it's clear that no normal attack will take down the Pink Menace. In the end, Vegeta chooses to sacrifice himself to defeat Buu. Although the fight itself isn't as exciting or flashy as many of the others, the significance it holds for the character couldn't be higher. This pivotal moment shows Vegeta in a brand new light. Number 1. Finally, we couldn't think of any scene more deserving than the epic fight between Cell and Gohan. The fight versus Perfect Cell is an emotional one, as a teenage Gohan has to step up to save the day, after all others have failed. From the outside, it's one giant beam fest, but there's an emotional battle within Gohan that is far more important than the ki flying around on the battlefield. Gohan eventually musters up the strength to win, and we are treated to one of the best scenes in the series, as Teen Gohan walks towards Cell, pushing his Kamehameha with one hand as the music swells up, signaling his victory. And there you have it, the 13 greatest fight scenes in Dragon Ball Z history. Did we miss any? Let us know in the Kamehameha comment section, and for all your Dragon Ball Z needs, keep your scouters locked on IGN.